everybody, so we're back again. I'm here with my mom, Connie, also known as Nani, for Riley. So, we're going to do a pregnancy Q&A. So I'm going to ask.
Okay.
And I'll tell you all about my pregnancy with Riley too. So my mom was pregnant twice, me, and I have a brother who's 2 years younger. So you can answer for double.
Okay.
Okay. So what was the thing you loved most about your pregnancy?
Oh my goodness. Well, I was odd. I loved everything about being pregnant. I was very excited. I always wanted children. So I enjoyed being pregnant. I loved everything about it. So I was unusual. There wasn't any one specific thing that I loved most. It was just the whole idea of expecting a child.
Okay. Well, I didn't like pregnancy very much. I was pretty sick through most of it, so I did like feeling Riley move. That was kind of cool, but not much else I liked. So, is there anything that you hated about pregnancy? Or didn't like, I should say?
Just getting so big. Yeah, I was huge. I wasn't as big with you, but with your brother, I was really, really big. I didn't like gaining that much weight. So.
Oh, next question. How much weight did you gain?
Oh my gosh. With you, I think I only gained about, I probably gained about 35 pounds, which was still a lot for my height. But with your brother, I gained probably, 45. It was a lot.
I gained 40, so I'm right in the middle. Yeah. What were your pregnancy cravings?
With you, banana taffy. You've heard that story. Yeah. And then not so much with Will. I didn't have the cravings with him. I just wanted everything. Food.
Oh, jeez. Oh, with mine, I really wanted baked potatoes. I didn't really eat much the first semester, like at all. I actually lost like 12 pounds. And then just baked potatoes. Wanted those all the time. What were your due dates, and then when did you actually have us?
Okay. You were due like the first week of April, and you were born March 6th. And then with Will, he was due May 20th, and he was born May 16th.
Okay. Riley was June 2nd, and she was born May 26th. All natural. When did you tell your family you were pregnant? How far along were you?
I think with you, I waited longer, so I was probably about 4 or 5 months, maybe.
Oh, jeez.
Did
you do any exciting announcement, or you just called them?
No.
Just called?
Yep, just called. And then with your brother, probably, we waited till after 3 months, I know. So,
yeah, just be safe.
And just called. Yeah, we didn't send like a,
Well, I know, I called. You were one of the first people that I called, like, almost right away. And, like, pretty much as soon as I found out. Then we did, like, at 12 weeks, a announcement with a little baby Converse. It was really cute.
Oh, that was cute.
Because I had a pair of Converse and Attila did, so we had them all three together.
That was really cute. Yeah, we didn't have Facebook back in the day,
yeah,
so
I know.
it was, communication was more difficult.
How long did you work while you were pregnant?
With you, I worked until probably, let's see, March 6th. Gosh, I think I worked almost up until
yeah, I think so too.
Till the day.
Probably a couple of days.
Yeah, it was just probably until like that week before or something. And then with Will, because I had you were a toddler, and we had moved from Clarksville, Tennessee to Savannah, Georgia. I stopped working. He was due May 20th, and I stopped working like the first part of May.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, first part of May. So I worked, it was a couple weeks, yeah.
Did you have any health or pregnancy issues?
No, other than with you, I was really sick, like you were with Riley, and I kept losing weight. Yeah, I kept losing weight. I was really sick, just the first trimester, and then that
Was
passed. So I had that. But yeah, really nothing else.
See, that's why you
Yeah.
enjoyed them so much.
I did. I really did.
So mine, I actually, because I worked pretty much until I had Riley, and I work in a hospital, so I got some kind of virus. They think, I don't know, I was actually transferred to a hospital like an hour north, and they thought they were going to have to induce me at 32 weeks, which was really scary. So I was an inpatient for like 5 days. They still have no idea what I had. They did almost every test you can imagine. Had a brain MRI, a CT scan, IV antibiotics, everything. Um, but Riley ended up being okay. So that was my only real thing.
Which was a huge thing. It was a big deal.
Swollen feet and legs. Oh my gosh, very swollen. But I didn't get preeclampsia, so that was good. All right, now labor stories. So first tell mine, and then you can tell Will's.
Okay.
You know mine.
Right.
I was stubborn breech. So
She was
C-section.
breech, and they could not get her to turn. We had gone in prior to, I can't remember if they tried to turn the baby at 7 months, I think, something like that, and do an external version, and she would not turn. I was carrying her very low. And so then I had stopped working because I was driving from Clarksville, Tennessee to Nashville for work at Cisco Foods, which was 62 miles each way. And so I had dilated early, so that's why I stopped a couple weeks before I actually went into labor. But so we knew there was going to be a C-section. And we were at my next appointment, they were going to schedule a C-section. But I was nesting, cleaning with a frenzy, had so much energy. And it was a Sunday morning. I'm down on my knees mopping the floor, everything. And then I remember I was making the bed and my water broke. And so we went in and the doctor had to come in off the golf course. Yep. And had the C-section on a Sunday, March 6th of 88. Oh, and then with your brother.
Oh yeah, Will's
story.
Really fun story.
It's a fun story. Yeah, so Will was due May 20th, but the morning of May 16th, I started having labor pains. So, they were kind of spread out, and we had to drive from Savannah, Georgia, to Fort Stewart, Georgia, which was about, I think it was about 45 minutes, something like that. So it was early afternoon, so we thought, let's go ahead and go because the contractions were closer together. And so we had taken you across the street to Oksan. She was the Korean lady that you loved that took care of you. And so we were there, and the contractions would be like 5 minutes apart, walking around, trying to speed things up. And they stayed kind of steady between 5 and 8 minutes apart, but never progressed. So at 4:30, they sent us home, all the way back to Savannah instead of keeping me there. So, which was a mistake. So about 12:30 that night, I was on the couch and my water broke, and your dad was like, let's go. And I was like, no, you go back to bed. It's the middle of the night. I'll be fine. I'm sure nothing's going to happen. Well, in about 5 minutes, I was like, okay, we got to go. Because after my water broke, I had like one contraction. It never stopped. So we were driving all the way back to Fort Stewart as fast as your dad could drive. I was scared. I was in labor, and it was dark. And it was very scary, but of course, when you're in labor, there's nothing you can do about it. And so we were getting closer, and I told him that I said, you're going to have to pull up in front because I can't walk. You're going to have to get a wheelchair or something. So that's what he went and, got a chair. We got upstairs, and we were only at the hospital 10 minutes before your brother was born. That's how fast
He
it
was
was.
almost one of those
He was
car
almost born in the
babies.
car. Yeah. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. So it was fast.
Can't imagine.
I know.
Well, so with Riley, it was very similar to her labor with Will, actually. And I'm so glad you were in town because I wanted her and Attila in the room, and that's it. Nobody else. So my contractions started, like 4 and 5 in the morning. We actually went walking and everything. They were pretty consistent. I ended up calling the OB, and they were like 5-6 minutes apart, and he said, well, let's have this baby today. So we went into the hospital, and he actually broke my water at 12, which I didn't get an epidural or any pain meds. So, oh my gosh. Which I debated, but epidurals really scared me. So I was like, I'm going to try to do it without. But you think your contractions are bad, and then when they break your water, oh my gosh. The nurse said that was my pain cushion was gone. And I was like, oh, it's fine. And that next contraction, I remember I was like, this isn't even right. Like, I can't even handle this. So, then when I was ready to push, I felt that like right away. And the nurse checked me and said, well, you're not like totally effaced on this side. So let me go get the doctor. They put me on my side, put my head down, and were having me breathe like I was blowing out candles. And for me, it felt like the doctor took an eternity to get in there because they were telling me not to push. And she said he was in there getting everything ready like so fast within a few minutes. So broke my water at 12. I started pushing at 1, and she was born at 1:16. So it was very smooth. I will say, I mean, I haven't had labor with an epidural, but the natural, like as soon as I had her, I felt fine. Like they had me get up right away, switch me to my other room. I was ready to go home. So that was really nice. All right, we have just a couple more. Where'd you get advice for raising your kids from? Was it a certain person, or you just
advice, or just
it?
kind of what was my guide to how I did things?
Yeah.
Or, I think mainly it just came from things I learned growing up.
So
from watching my grandma.
Oh, your grandma.
Yeah, role models, and Grandma Ruth. Yeah. And just the community I was raised in. I mean, watching people there, and I just always had just strong feelings about how I wanted to be with my children, and very loving and nurturing and supportive. And so I think it was lessons I learned growing up more than just a book or videos or some kind of a class. It was more from just observing people in my community as I grew up.
I guess that's true, kind of picking and choosing. I admit that I've gotten on Google and done search
we
stuff.
Didn't have Google.
Which isn't, I mean, I know. But, I mean, that's not even really a very reliable thing. But, so that, and the stuff you did too. I think what's kind of funny is because you're very, sheltering, which is good. And
right. Nurturing.
My dad's the complete opposite. He's kind of expose him to everything. Under his roof. So I got I'm kind of in the middle, which I think is good. So we'll see how Riley turns out, I guess. How did you choose names for me and Will? Will's is easy because he's the third. So,
right, and that's kind of funny because it was, we had some girls' names, but it was really kind of up to me because then that way your dad could, of course, name Will and have the third. So we had 3 names. We had, of course, Courtney Renee, Amy Nicole, and Jessica Marie. So those were the 3 names. And they were just names that I liked. I mean, in hindsight, I probably should have chosen like some family heritage or something.
Oh, jeez.
But I don't know if you want like Ruth or
Oh, no. I don't think
Daisy
I look like a Ruth.
or Bessie.
Bessie? That sounds like a name of a cow.
That's what I know. That's what
Oh,
someone
my
always
gosh.
said. But anyway,
Okay, well, I'm glad you went with what you like.
Yeah, I just had names that I like.
Oh, and she wanted to call Will Trey
Good.
because he's the third.
Yes.
Uno dos tres.
Yes, he's the third, so
And
I wanted to call
my
him
dad
Trey.
vetoed that.
Yeah, I thought Trey was so
I think
cute.
Trey's kind of cute.
I think it's cute. I like it. I like Trey.
I like it too. So, Riley, my first girl name that I love is Cadence because it's really unique. But I found out, when you're going to have a baby with somebody that, you don't always get your preferred name. So,
Right.
it took us a really long time. I think we had the name picked out at like 8 months, but we went through hundreds and hundreds of names trying to agree on something. So, I mean, Riley wasn't, one of my first choices, but it took us a long time. And then May, her name's Riley May Gerber. So I just liked how May sounded, and then I found out it's, let's see, your mom's
Middle name.
My
mom's middle name. And then it's her mother's first
name. And then it's also on my dad's side, his grandma's middle name was May. So I had the family stuff without even knowing.
And the added information about the date. Riley's birthday is May 26th. Yeah. And so my mom's mom, her birthday was May 26th. So May Poskins, her date of birth was May 26th. I don't know the year. I should find out. Special. Yes.
All right. What are your kids' nicknames and why? I have a ton of nicknames.
Goodness, I know. Well, Sis. I mean, I always call you Sis.
Yeah.
Court.
Dad calls me Nene. Because Renee is my middle name.
Yeah. And then your brother. Will was Bubba for the longest. I mean, we did live in the South. We had Bubba and Sissy for a long time till we moved to Colorado. But, yeah. So that's it. I never did get to call him Trey.
So. Oh, jeez. You should have just done it. Maybe do it now and see if he responds.
Trey, see if he answers.
Riley right now, I think I call her Booger more than anything. Yeah. Only because she used to call me Booger Bear. So I shortened it to just Booger. So I call her that. That's pretty much her Rileybug. Because... Well, so me and two of my friends were pregnant about the same time. And I don't know why when I was pregnant, I just called her Little Bug in there. So my friends, one of them's Bean and the other one's Pickle. So I said that sounds like a weird children's book.
That's so cute.
Pickle's Bean and Bug. So Rileybug is...
It's a Rileybug.
Yeah. A little name too.
So cute.
Yeah. Last question.
Okay.
What did you love most about the infant stage? Your babies. That's going to be hard for you because you're going to say everything.
I know it is. It's hard.
Even the sleep deprivation.
I know, and I don't think I had as much sleep deprivation as you. If I do, I just don't remember it. It's funny how you think you'll never forget it when you're in it, but you do. I think just the sweetness, the smell. All the little baby stuff. Smell. I know, the baby smell, the little clothes. Yeah, it's just a very sweet time. I love babies, always have.
Yeah. She's a great helper because I need breaks sometimes.
Yes. I'm here for breaks.
I really like the baby smell too. I love watching the development. Like, she's doing so much now at 9 months. It's just getting like more and more exciting. And it goes by so fast. It's so nuts. She's going to be walking any day now. So, that's pretty much it for this video. So, thank you for answering questions with me, Mom. All right. See you guys later. Bye.